Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back. For those of you that are new here, my name is Ashley Diane. I'm a 39-year-old mother of two, full-time teacher, and competitive bodybuilder with the Canadian Physique Alliance. Today is Saturday, February 28th, and it marks 6 weeks out from my fit model competition. As you will see, I am not in my house. I am actually in a town called Windsor. So last night we drove 5 hours to arrive in Windsor, which, by the way, is relatively warm. When we showed up last night, it was 9 degrees and there's no snow. So who would have thought? I'm still in Ontario and I am in tropical weather, but it's actually beautiful outside, like coming from a very cold place of like minus 20 this week. Right now it's around 0. It's beautiful. And the sun is out and there's no snow. I love it. So the reason I'm in Windsor is because I have a photo shoot today with Lomer, and he's a very well-known fitness photographer, very talented photographer. And I booked a shoot with him to commemorate my 40th birthday, which is in just a week and a half. So today I have my shoot. I'm really excited. I have a beautiful dress. I have some balloons. I'm going to get a cake. Actually, I will be walking to go get the cake in a moment. But yeah, I'm excited. And I have a makeup artist coming to do my hair and makeup, and I'm going to take you along for that. But before I jump into photo shoot stuff, I thought I'd give you a couple updates. So I did do check-ins this morning. This is how I'm looking. My weight is the same this week versus last. So 131.2, I believe. Which is actually a good thing. And last night was the first ever Fit Model Pro show. There were 48 Fit Model Pros, and I was very excited to see the direction the show would go, see what kind of looks were rewarded, which were not. Interestingly, the leanest girls ended up in third callouts. And the last while, my coach, Erin, has been like, we don't want you too lean. I'm worried you're going to be too lean. And she's really been working at filling me out. And it's working. By the way, this is a picture of my glutes about 3-4 days apart. Love it. I have the fullness that they definitely want for Fit Model. And yeah, my shape is there. So I'm really excited. I think we're in such a great position 6 weeks out. We're really coasting more or less. We're not trying to get leaner. We're just trying to maintain and just bring fullness. And again, not a bad place to be. Actually, right now, we're kind of doing a little experimental carb up over the next several days. And then Monday morning, I'm going to check in with her and see how we're doing. And, it's nice to have this time to not be chasing conditioning and just to kind of experiment with how my body responds to certain carbs, quantities of carbs, kinds of carbs, and things like that. The other thing I'm trying to work on is not suck in and do vacuums when I do my front pose, and just keep my stomach tight, but without sucking in. And the winner, Emily Chanel, if you notice, her stomach is flat, but you don't see ribs. A week ago when I did my check-ins, and I think it's because I came from bikini, I would suck in, you'd see my ribs. That's not the look they want. So today I really tried to just not do that and just keep my core tight without sucking in. And I like this look a lot better. Another observation with the pro show last night is they don't want lines in your legs anywhere. Like they just want you to look fit without having any like strong lines. So I'm glad that we kind of got that look going. I got the glutes. Again, going to be not overtraining my upper body. I am only doing it every 2 weeks, but they don't want shoulder caps. I know for me, I am pretty upper body dominant and I get very lean with striations. Don't want that. And yeah, I'm so excited. I really like this look a lot. And right now it's just fine tuning, working on my posing so that everything flows perfectly. I do need to tweak it just a bit because I think they are really strict about the 10-second rule. And essentially it's front to back with minimal transitions, but going to work on that. But anyways, thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. We are going to head over and walk to the grocery store. It's only a 900-meter walk, and pick up a birthday cake for the photo shoot today. So I'm going to take you along. It's now the next day and I'm back at the gym. Though I feel rather tired and sore from my photo shoot, I need to get in my workout. My hips were rather tight, so I thought I would start with a bit of a warm-up and just kind of open up my hip flexors in preparation for my lower body glute day today. My first exercise is the reverse abductor machine. The focus on this is really pushing through my whole foot and feeling it in my hamstring tie-in area. Now on to hip thrusts. For this week, my focus is on volume, so lower weight. I'm aiming for around 25 reps, 4 sets, and ensuring I have constant tension with each rep. Next up is the seated hamstring curl. Again, higher volume, so lower weight, higher reps. This is a newer machine. I'm not familiar with it, so as you can see, it looks awkward, but I'm trying to make sure I have the best position for that mind-muscle connection, and I kind of find that leaning more forward really stretches out my hamstring and really gives me the best bang for my buck. Dumbbell RDLs. This is probably my favorite lower body exercise. As you see, I have a wedge placed behind my heels. This is to ensure I'm leaning forward and really pushing through my toes and keeping a very straight back and really just bending forward and feeling everything through my glutes and hamstrings. This week I have jump squats on my plan, so Erin has it programmed that I do 20 body weight jump squats, 4 sets. This really gets the heart pumping and it feels really good. Next up is cable pull-throughs. I don't go very big with my movements. As you can see, it's a very small range of motion, but I'm trying to keep constant tension on my glute hamstring area. My weight's not very heavy, but again, really focusing on that mind-muscle connection. The finisher for this workout is the adductor machine. I found these pads that give a bit of width and they're a bit softer, and I find if I put them between my knees and the pads of the machine, I get better range of motion. So my weight's a bit heavy. It's just 1 set just to really burn out my upper glutes, around 30 reps, and yeah, it feels really good. At the end, I'm going to finish with some cardio. I'm only at 10 minutes 2 times a week. My form of cardio is walking on an incline, so I set my treadmill to an incline of 9, and I walk about 3.4 miles per hour. Hi YouTube, today is Wednesday, March the 4th. I haven't picked up the camera the last couple days. The weekend was really busy with the photo shoot. We wrapped up like 4 o'clock, maybe slightly later, went for something to eat. We found this great burger place because it had high reviews on Google, but unfortunately it was takeout only. There was nowhere to sit. So we sat in the car, which that was totally fine. I had this mac and cheese burger, which was really good. If you like mac and cheese, super cheesy, creamy, delicious. It was great. And I think because I was so hungry that day, like the photo shoot ended up being a bit later. The makeup artist showed up later. I was planning to eat more prior to my shoot, and the delays that I wasn't anticipating kind of pushed things back, and I didn't eat quite as much. So by the time the shoot was over, I was pretty hungry. So we ate all the food. And then I ate some of the birthday cake that I used for my shoot while we were driving because it was a 5-hour drive. Then at one point we stopped at Tim Hortons and I got a couple cookies. So I should have stopped at the dinner only and not the dessert. But I was hungry and I definitely ate more than I should have. So Monday I did a check-in with my coach. Here's what I was looking. So I definitely was retaining some water. My weight was up like 1.5 pounds on Monday versus Saturday. And I was honest with my coach. I'm like, hey, I shouldn't have eaten that dessert. Now I learned, and yeah, my weight is up. I don't particularly like this look. I think I like myself better closer to 131 when I'm a little on the flatter side. It looks a little softer because adding the extra food, the sodium, the glycogen, it filled up my muscles. And the last couple days, I've looked a lot more jacked, which is, again, not the look for a fit model. Erin was great when I spoke to her about my deviation. That's why you got to talk to your coach when you do deviate. But she said, it's all good, Ashley. Don't worry. But it was good to do it in a sense to help with some data. So she's like, now I know you fill up really quickly. So we'll just keep that in mind as we enter peak week in the next few weeks. So she did up my cardio, not a whole lot. So I was doing 2 days a week, 20 minutes. Now we're back to 3 days a week at 15 minutes. And she didn't eliminate my cheat meals. So I still have my one cheat meal. So it is what it is. And you know what? That was Monday. Today's Wednesday. I'm back to my 131 again. So no harm. It is what it is. And she said too, like truthfully, she was worried I was getting too lean too quick. So eating that extra food, make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, so Sunday was hard because I felt a little sluggish after eating that food. I was definitely tired after the shoot. My hips were sore, probably from some of the poses I had to hold, but I still went to the gym as it was my training day, just plugged along, got in a good lift. And yeah, now it's Wednesday. So I just thought I'd give you those updates. Oh, I also got my photos back from my shoot. So I'll post some of those. I'm really happy with them. They look gorgeous. I love how I'm looking. And actually today is 1 week till my birthday. So next Wednesday is when I turn 40. So I'm going to post some of those photos, make a reel and put them on my Instagram to commemorate turning 40. And in all fairness, this is the best I've ever looked going into a new decade. Like turning 40, I look better turning 40 than I ever did turning 20 or turning 30. So I'm really glad I have these pictures to celebrate that special milestone. And what else? It's just been busy with work. We went on a field trip yesterday. Tomorrow I'm at a workshop, so I have to leave work for a supply teacher. The house renos, we're kind of getting there. We got news that our fireplace is in today. We're not ready to put it in because now we're going to have to repaint the ceilings, repaint the walls. It's a lot of work, but it's coming. So yeah, if in all honesty, this morning I just kind of felt a bit overwhelmed, I think would be the emotion I'm feeling. And I was very quiet and my boyfriend's like, are you okay? I'm like, I just feel overwhelmed. And he asked how he could help. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, I'll be all right. I think feeling overwhelmed is a normal emotion when you're on prep, but then add that to like the renos. And I think I'm just tired. I'm like, it's just a lot of emotions I need to work through, but it will be okay. And yeah. I'm going to be competing in 5.5 weeks, which I'm excited about. It's my birthday in a week. March break is around the corner. And eventually my house is going to look more beautiful. So yeah, I just thought I'd kind of give you a little bit of an update of what's been happening the last few days. Today, I am planning to do some posing when I get home. I really, really, really want to be more diligent and get in posing very regularly. And then I have karate with my kids. So maybe I'll show you a little bit of that, but I'll catch you in the next clips.